Hello, board members. At our last meeting, I did not have an opportunity to share the reasonings behind the option I presented for $100 for the brick and the $200 for the paver for the legacy walk. And then there's one other thing that we didn't mention at all is that the idea for the legacy circle does not increase the amount that we would be charging for that. And in fact, in the legacy circle, the optimum type of brick to put there is not the paver, because the paver would reduce the amount of space that we would be able to use because its size is not as flexible as the smaller brick, which you can manipulate and put in different positions. We'd actually be able to put more of the bricks in at the smaller size and charge only $100. So the amount would not be increasing as it was suggested, but that is not something that I presented at that time because I was busy hosting. So let me show you what the idea is behind. Okay. The idea behind the $100 for the brick and the $200 for the paver is this. I think we've already established that the $35 for it's not gonna work. So that was unwise. It was not enough money. Okay, and here's something to consider. What I'm presenting to you right now, the idea, and these are all just estimates, is that 39 bricks at $100, you get $3,900 for that panel. And then we have 5 panels that we could put in. So ideally, for the entire space for the legacy, the Boughton, the name is the Boughton Legacy of Service Walk, the idea with 39 bricks, you would be able to have $19,500 for that space. Now, to put pavers in, I would not suggest that we do that, even though you could get 26,000. The reasoning, again, is that the use of the space, the color, and also we have to consider things like the drainage and how all of that stuff is going to work. The smaller bricks with maybe a combination, and that's what I have here. If let's say if you put 4 of the pavers at the various corners, and so then for 200, that would reduce the number of bricks down to 31, but you'd still come up with the same amount. If you notice, it's the 19,500, and again, the 19,500. So we can have some decorative applications in that area and still come up with the same amount. Okay, now I'm just going to read what I have here. Okay, here's my proposal. Selling the bricks and pavers. Oh, I already said that. At 35, that's ridiculous. Raising the the donation amount to 100 and 200 for bricks and pavers respectively will help us pay for the sculpture or pay for a good portion of it before we even start selling the Boughton Legacy Circle space. Okay. I don't believe we should have, I think I already said that, I don't believe we should have all of the pavers, and I told you the reason why. Again, what I did not even share previously is that the legacy circle, which we would open up later, that would not cost more. In fact, we put just the bricks in there, and then they would still be for 100. And having already raised so much towards what the bust would cost, and also the brick laying, having raised a substantial amount towards that, once we begin selling the legacy circle portions, that would also give us additional monies, as we know that we now have a budget that's being requested from the center to help support, and that's what we're supposed to do, help support the programs there. So this would be helping us much more. Now, let me say this. I'm going to stop sharing. The option of $50 for a brick and then $100 for the pavers here's what's happening. On every brick that you sell, you're losing $50. You're losing $50 on every brick. So if we if we do the math, I didn't do it before, but if we do the math, 50 times what? If we have 39 bricks, you're losing $1,950 on every paver. So yeah, because it's 39 that goes into each panel. If we multiply that times 5, we will leave this money on the table, $9,750 that we will not earn. And once we have sold that space, we can't sell it again. So choosing to sell the bricks at $50, we're losing money. And the thing is this, the little poll that I did, I asked how many people believe that they could sell or give a donation of $1,000. 7 out of 8 of us said they could do it. All right. Now, on the other question of who chose the $50 for the brick and the $100 for the paver, there were 5 of us who chose that. And 3 people chose $100 for the brick and $200 for the paver. But that decision was made without more information. Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is give you the information that if you choose to sell those bricks for $50, you're leaving $50 on the table for every single brick that you sell. And if you choose to sell those pavers for $100, you're leaving $100 on the table for every paver that you sell. So if we are going to be responsible in how we are bringing in funds and giving the best options for our participants to bring in money to support them, $50 and $100, that's not the best option. The best option, and which is still definitely marketable, something that 7 out of 8 of us said we could do, is sell that $1,100 for, okay, and it's not just a brick, it's a legacy brick. We're selling a brand here, and we're going to be promoting it and using marketing. We're going to be having marketers help us with this, so we can sell this at $100 per legacy brick and $200 for the paver, and let people know that when they are purchasing those, they are helping us to raise the funds to pay for the bust. So they realize, oh, something else is coming. I'm participating in something. So them participating in this becomes meaningful to them because they are helping us to raise the funds for the bust of Father Bowden that will come later. And then when we do open up the Bowden Legacy Circle, those will still just be at 100. And it's not about putting people on different tiers as, okay, you're a charter this, you're this and that. No. It's about all of us contributing, all of us helping, all of us working together. Now we can list the names of people on the website who contributed. That's not an issue. We can put those things there if they want that. That's not an issue. But we're not trying to separate people by putting them in tiers of you gave this much, so you have this, you gave this much. No, just contribute. Because this is a legacy of what? Service. Not a legacy of who's the big I's and the small U's. So $100 for the brick, $200 for the paver. That is our best option. It is a reasonable option. It is definitely a marketable option that we can do. And 7 out of 8 of us said we could do it.